Okay, welcome guys. We are in the live session now, right? So overall, this is basically our second session. The first session we had on information security on Byte. Uh, it's part of the Byte series, and today's session is basically regarding ServiceNow, and it's a full series. In today's session, we will be, knowing the basics about the ServiceNow, what ServiceNow is. So we have actually, let me tell you some other details as well. That basically we have some strategic partners as well, multiple partners, including Architect Solutions, NodeCipher, OGMC, Delta One, and even the TecMan is also our strategic platform on which you are watching the live session on YouTube. So as I said, it's a first session on ServiceNow. Uh, we have with us a very competent and certified trainers, ServiceNow trainers. One is Mr. Adan John. The second one is Humza Naeem. And let me tell you in advance, I will give the details at the end as well. So you can see all our upcoming session and events on our official pages on LinkedIn and Facebook. You can find our page on LinkedIn as TecMan Academy and same as on the Facebook. We have TecMan Academy as a website as well, where you can find events, sessions, and even the books which we have in this category. Um, Already you know the TecMan YouTube channel. The upcoming sessions will be definitely on information security, PMO governance, and ServiceNow. But as today's ServiceNow day, so I would like to tell you that we have you know a couple of sessions on ITSM and ITOM in July, and in August we have another couple of sessions that is ITAM and HRSD. In September, we will be talking about GRC and SPM, and in October, we will be on CSM and APM. So we have a full series of ServiceNow introductions about different modules, right? So I will not take much time now in introductions. I will be handing over this platform to Mr. Adan John, and he will be presenting about ServiceNow, what it actually it is. Over to you, Adan.
Good evening and thank you. So my name is Adan Saqib John, and today I'm here to present on Introduction to ServiceNow. Can you see the presentation? Okay.
Yes, I think we can see.
So let's start and understand what this platform actually is, why it's so widely adopted, and what kind of problems it solves for businesses. So today, firstly, we're going to look into what is ServiceNow. Then we're going to have a section on the modules of ServiceNow. That's basically what business value ServiceNow provides. And then there's a section on the features, which is basically how the ServiceNow provides the business value. Then there's a short session on implementation of ServiceNow. And in the end, there will be a Q&A session held by Hamza, Hamza Naeem on the questions you give us. So basically, ServiceNow is a cloud-based software as a service platform that helps organizations digitize and automate their workflows. Starting with IT and extending across the entire enterprise, ServiceNow is basically a software that can be used in any aspect of your organization. While it's best known for ITSM or IT service management, ServiceNow also supports HR, customer service, security operations, and many more functions. You can basically think of ServiceNow as your central brain of your modern business. It connects people, processes, and systems to ensure everything is flowing smoothly. What makes ServiceNow truly valuable is its ability to deliver measurable outcomes. For example, automating service desk tasks in ITSM reduces downtime and improves your productivity, which in turn helps companies increase their revenue. Also, ITOM allows organizations to prevent outages before they even happen, saving time and avoiding revenue losses. As for who uses this software, around 85% of the companies listed in Fortune 500 use ServiceNow. It's used by companies like NASA, Microsoft, Amazon, and even Netflix. Now that we've looked into what ServiceNow is, let's look into the main modules. They're basically like the building blocks of ServiceNow that drive the business value home. Firstly, we have ITSM or IT Service Management. ITSM is basically like the operational backbone of your company. It provides centralized systems to manage key processes like incident, problem, change, request, and even knowledge management. It replaces scattered tools and manual workflows with a structured and unified workflow. It reduces repetitive tasks like escalations and notifications, which are then automated using ITSM, helping teams stay focused and focus on what really matters instead of being busy in mundane tasks. ServiceNow also enforces SLAs, ensuring that the requests are handled within a set timeline and according to a predefined guidelines. ITM also provides real-time dashboards which help decision makers or leaders of your company to track your performance, spot bottlenecks, and make data-driven decisions on those bases. As for why it matters for business, from a business lens, ITSM is more than just fixing problems. It's about minimizing downtime and maximizing the productivity of your company. When tickets route automatically and teams know exactly what to do, work is done much faster and the end users are much happier, which in turn leads to customer loyalty as well. That's where the real ROI of ITSM is realized. After ITSM, we have ITOM. ITOM is all about giving your IT teams real visibility and control over the infrastructure that powers your business. It automatically discovers your servers and applications and any other cloud services and maps them out and also maps how they're interconnected with each other as well. This dynamic service mapping helps you understand dependencies and impact areas at just one glance. ITOM also continuously monitors your health, the health of your services, and when something goes wrong, it doesn't wait for users to submit complaints or file incidents. Instead, it detects the issue, maps out what's affected, and send the alert to the right teams with the right information. All this often happens even before the end users notice that anything is wrong. As for the business, why it matters for a business, ITOM helps reduce downtime, which for most businesses, downtime equals money. The more your website or your services are down, the more your revenue is going to be affected and take a dip. ITOM helps you get ahead of that problem. It's basically your early warning system which the with fewer incidents and faster responses, your operations stay smooth and your team stay focused. For an example, we can take a use case of a banking platform that starts seeing high CPU load on their servers. ITOM will detect that anomaly and cross-check related services using its service mapping to see if any other devices or any other factors of your business are affected by that server, and then trigger an alert to the operations team. Within minutes, the team will scale the server and customers won't even face an issue. With this, incidents will be prevented, which in turn saves your company's revenue and your reputation. It actually improves your company's reputation by improving the service reliability you provide. After that, we have IT asset management, or ITAM for short. This module basically helps answer some of the most important questions which are often overlooked in IT. Like, what assets do we own? Where are they, and are we even using them effectively? With ServiceNow ITAM, you can track every hardware and software asset across entire lifecycle from procurement to retirement. But ITAM goes far beyond just in keeping inventory. ITAM ensures that your assets and your data is accurate. Your storage is compliant and your licenses and subscriptions are properly managed. ITAM also directly supports your financial planning by identifying underused resources and helping you avoid audit risks. It brings structure and control to one of the largest cost consuming things in IT. ITAM basically impacts your bottom line. When you have a full visibility into your assets, you stop buying what you already own and reduce license waste. You can easily pass audits with this, and then these aren't just operational wins, these are financial ones as well. For example, we can look into a company that was preparing to renew their software licenses, let's say worth around $500,000. By using ServiceNow ITAM, they discovered that nearly 20% of their licenses are already inactive. Instead of renewing everything, they reharvest and reassign those licenses, which would save them about 20% of what they were going to spend. 20% of 500,000 is basically $100,000 in just one cycle. So the key takeaway is that through accurate data from ITOM, this leads to informed business decisions and not making mistakes on important decisions like this. Next up, we have HRSD, or Human Resource Delivery. This module basically brings the power of ServiceNow's workflows into the HR space of your company, making every employee interactions much smoother and faster. It centralizes all HR case management and service requests into a single system. So employees don't need to guess where to go or who to contact for minute problems. Common lifecycle events like onboarding, offboarding, or job changes are fully automated using ServiceNow HRSD. This reduces manual work and delays in the work. HRSG also provides a self service HR portal for employees where they can find answers, submit their requests, and track the status of any request without needing to chase down HR teams. The result is better employee experience, greater HR efficiency, and consistent service delivery. As for the business value, HR isn't just about policies, it's a key part of the employee experience of a company. With HRSD, you reduce frustration and friction, especially in moments that matter, like onboarding or job changes, like I said before. That translates directly into better employee engagement, which improves your employee satisfaction and in turn reduces the company's labor turnover as well. For an example, we can take a new hire that receives a single onboarding task list in HR portal. With just one click, they can trigger workflows that provide them with their laptops and set up their payrolls, schedule orientations, and assign them required trainings. With this, no emails, no forms, just one smooth experience. The tasks, all of these tasks are 100% trackable through HRSC as well. Next up, we have GRC, or Governance, Risk, and Compliance. In ServiceNow, it brings together what are often fragmented spreadsheet driven processes into one unified system. It centralizes your risk registers, compliance checks, audits, policy, workflows, making them part of everyday operations rather than once a year events. With built in automation, you can regularly test controls, perform risk assessments, check and flag issues that emerge rather than after they cause problems. Most importantly, GRC helps align your business processes with key regulatory frameworks like ISO or GDPR. That means fewer surprises during audits and stronger accountability for your company, which leads to more confidence in your organization that they are compliant and secure. GRC isn't just a box checking exercise, it's a proactive tool to avoid regulatory penalties and prevent reputational damage to your company. It also ensures that business is consistent in their provision. With real-time data and automated assessments, leaders make much better and safer decisions on behalf of the company as well. So far we have explored the core modules of ServiceNow and the business value they deliver. Now let's take a look at how they deliver that value. Through the Firstly, we have virtual agents, AI-powered virtual agents. In ServiceNow, virtual agents are a built-in conversational AI assistant. It handles routine tasks like password resets or access requests, even secure status checks. Although a simple chat interface, all through a chat interface. This means employees get instant help anytime without needing to wait for a support agent. For IT teams, that translates into real efficiency. Many organizations have seen a 30 to 50% reduction in their tier 1 volume of tickets after deploying a virtual agent. That's fewer repetitive tasks for support teams and fewer resolution for users, faster resolutions for the end users. It's also fully integrated into the platform, so it can trigger workflows across IT, HR facilities, or any other department. In short, it's a 24/7 digital assistant that improves response times and reduces workload on employees. Also, it helps enhance the overall support experience given to the employees and end users as well. After that, we have CMDB, or Configuration Management Database. It's one of the most important parts of ServiceNow and is often referred as the single source of truth in IT infrastructure. It stores and tracks all your configuration items, whether it's physical hardware, virtual machines, or even cloud services. But it goes beyond just static inventory. It also maps the relationships between these components, showing how systems depend on one another and how they're interconnected. This is what enables real time impact analysis when incidents occur or changes are planned. For example, if a critical server goes down, the CMDB can immediately tell you which services and teams are affected by that. It powers key modules like ITSM, ITOM, SecOps, and even GRC by providing accurate and live context. A well managed CMDB eliminates the guesswork from this. It speeds up the resolution time and gives your teams visibility and control they need to operate reliably. After that, we have generative AI. Sorry. Gen AI in ServiceNow is all about accelerating the decision making. It doesn't just analyze data, it understands the context. For example, it can take a long multi thread incident or chat and summarize it instantly for the agent, including key actions and recommendations already given. It can even generate likely resolutions based on similar past tickets, saving agents from digging through the entire history manually. This significantly boosts the productivity of your agents. In fact, ServiceNow reports up to a 35% reduction in average handling time thanks to Gen AI. What's important to understand is that Gen AI doesn't replace human agents, it augments them. It speeds up the repetitive tasks, helping teams respond faster with more consistency. That's real time saved and real value delivered through Gen AI. After that, we also have Integration Hub. Integration Hub is what allows ServiceNow to work seamlessly with the rest of your entire tech stack. It includes over 500 pre-built connectors or to popular tools like Slack, Teams, Jira, Zoom, and SAP, and many more. The best part is it doesn't require deep coding. With a drag and drop interface, you can build a cross system workflows like notifying a team in Slack when an SLA is breached, or automatically creating Jira issue when a ServiceNow change request is issued. So instead of forcing people to jump between systems, integration hubs can bring everything into a connected workflow, making work faster and more consistent and far less manual. After that, we have automation engine and flow designer. At the core of ServiceNow's effectiveness, there is automation. And the automation engine with flow designer is how it's done. This tool lets you visually design workflows and drive approvals, escalations, notifications, and many more without writing even a single line of code. Whether you're automating IT change approval or a risk escalation in GRC, Flow Designer helps you build it in minutes. It ensures process runs the same way each and every time, so there is consistency in your company's work. It also avoids manual errors and also enforces compliance. And because it's deeply integrated with every module, ITSM, HRST, CSM, and many more, you can automate processes end to end across the entire enterprise. Next up, we have implementation. I'll be handing over from here to Humza Naeem.
Right, thank you, Adan. So, I would need a little help for you navigating through the slides. So when we are implementing ServiceNow project, it is necessary to identify which type we need to work upon. We have two types of implementation. One is greenfield, and the other one is brownfield implementation. Greenfield implementation is basically an ideal situations for the new business or the new departments which are adopting the platform, and it's an ideal for the new ServiceNow customers. So it's like starting from a scratch, starting from a fresh, which is a new setup and follows the best practices. So greenfield project is like building from a scratch with a clean slate, and you can follow ServiceNow's recommended configurations, which is comparatively easier than brownfield implementation. Brownfield implementation is replacing or upgrading an existing system, which is a bit complex when you're trying to clean up badly implemented ServiceNow environments. So brownfield is more common when a company has an existing setup and they want to migrate. Like projects tend to be more complex when you are dealing with the data migration and you have to retrain the users. So whenever you are starting fresh or modernizing an older systems, choosing the right implementation approach sets the tone for the everything that follows. With the foundation in place, let's talk about how we actually move through a ServiceNow implementation from start to actual finish. And we have an implementation life cycle for that. For every successful ServiceNow implementation, we have a structured life cycle from planning till optimizations. So the first step would be initiations. We begin defining the why. Like, why do we need this? Understanding the business goals, the KPIs, and identifying the stakeholders. Then we have another step, which is requirement gathering, which can be done through workshops, process mappings, and the writing of user stories, which helps us understanding the business pain point, what they're looking for, what they're aiming for. Then we have design and architecture. For that, we need to design how the workflow will function, like we do it through the Visio, and the other tools can be used for that. What data models are we going to use, and planning the integrations, how the connection will be built between two-party applications, and how we are going to communicate. So that it is the point where it becomes our blueprint basically. Then we have architecture, build and configure. I'm sorry. So when we are building an actual requirement, it is necessary using out of the box features first. That is the best practice in ServiceNow. We configure the system only uh, using the custom code when that is absolutely necessary. So using out of the box features is the best practice, and that should be our first preference, because ServiceNow is a low code tool, and it prefers automation rather than using custom code. Then we have testing and validations. So we conduct UAT, user acceptance testing, fixing defects if we have found any within the current development, and perform the regression testing to make sure we are fulfilling the quality of work that we have developed. And it is the accurate point where we can bring customers in to do the testing on their own, and it's an early engagement from their end, which is a best practice. Then we have training and go live sessions, in which we trains end users and we prepare for go live with proper communications and the readiness checks. If there is any post deployment stuff that we need to do, we should make sure we have done that once the deployment is done. And the hypercare and optimization, it's a post go live step. When we enter hypercare, we are closely monitoring things that we have developed. We are collecting feedbacks from the end users and making improvements within the existing platform. Once we have implemented everything, we need to make sure what are the best practices for implementations. Like we should take a look at the key practices that increase the chance of a successful implementation. So for that, we need to define clear outcomes early. Like everyone should understand what success looks like, aligning the goals early to avoid any scope creep. Use out of the box functionalities rather than using a custom code, which will have a performance impact. And out of the box features are easier to upgrade and maintain. Um, then we have to make sure and establish a strong governance. defining roles, defining responsibilities, making sure changes are reviewed, changes are being through a cab approvals and approved through the proper channels. Like we have cab meetings, we need to make sure we are properly engaging change, creating change, and those change requests are getting approved by the appropriate approvals. Then engaging users early involves users in the testing and feedback loops. So they are the ones who live in the platform daily. So it's good to have them early into the platform. Make sure what we have developed satisfies them. There is nothing which lags. There is no design gap, and it is working absolutely fine. So it's a good point to engage users early to test that thoroughly and get the UAT sign off. Then we have to include the change management. ServiceNow, it's as you know, ServiceNow is not only a tool; it's a change in how works get done. So make sure your people are ready. They are aware of the change that you are going to make. Whatever things are going into a production should not impact anything that has already been there. So make sure your changes doesn't impact any current integration, any current configurations. And then treat your go live as just a beginning of your journey. Going live is not the end, it's the beginning of adoption, support, and continuous improvement. So make sure you are improving your project that you have implemented. So that's all for the implementation. I believe next we have a QA session.
And before the Q session we start, actually, I would like to take a couple of minutes from my side as well about ServiceNow. And thank you so much, Adan Saqib. Thank you, Hamza Naeem, for such effective information about ServiceNow. So yes, guys, you are definitely aware with there are so many applications in the market. Some you have heard as a SaaS category, basically, which is uh, like Salesforce. You can say Google Workplace, Workspace, Microsoft 360, HubSpot, Trello, Zendesk. These are all SaaS applications. And in comparison, there are some PaaS applications as well. And in PaaS applications, you can say there is a category like AWS, I mean Amazon, some Google Apps Engine, Adobe, Commerce, QuickBase, and OutSystems as well. But now, in these days, the focus has been shifted from the SaaS or PaaS to APaaS. And APaaS is basically application platform as a service, and ServiceNow is one of the APaaS category application. And definitely, what I understand about the ServiceNow from these two guys, that it's a delivery focused. Yes, it's a cloud based and very unified, very simplified applications, uh, where you can have you know uh, so much service oriented. It's a well connected, and even it's a very well documented. You can have a lot of knowledge on now learning platform. And definitely it's helpful for automating the workflows because it's AI based. As Adan said, it's a Gen AI, it's a predictive intelligence based application. And top of the all, it's basically following the platform, that is ITIL. It's information technology infrastructure library. So very much service oriented, in fact. So yes, if innovation is critical for success, then ServiceNow is definitely one of the most innovative application. So thank you again, thank you, Amsa, thank you, Adan. We will move forward towards the questions now, one by one. I hope, yes, there is one question that can you explain what the ServiceNow platform actually is beyond just ITSM? Yes, Samza.
Yeah,
It's a good
so
question.
yeah, it's exactly a good question. Now platform is a low code cloud platform which enables app development integrating with third party applications. Like we can integrate ServiceNow with Jira to get the agile methodologies in line. although we have our own agile platform in ServiceNow framework, but we can use Jira for enhancing the capabilities. We have GitLab. We can use ServiceNow to GitLab, and ServiceNow basically provides integration hub, which can be used for out of the box integrations, which are low code, just drag and drop integrations. And we have out of the box for that, like creating an issue within Jira. Then we have orchestrations and RPA, AI and analytics, predictive intelligence, performance analytics. We have all a lot like HRSD. And within HRSD, we can implement offboarding and onboarding flows. Like if the resource is onboarded, we'll automate the process. Like since the resource is onboarded, we'll kick on the activities like hardware assets should be delivered to that respective resource at the state before the start date of that specific resource. So we can integrate ServiceNow with vendor companies who can get the request of the asset and they'll deliver the asset, and the whole process could be automated. So there's all a lot like we have CSM, HRSD, IT operations management, and even facilities and legal workflows that can be handled within ServiceNow other than ITSM.
Yes, that's great. That's great. So well explained. Yes, we have another question by Mr. Adil. He said, "How does the ServiceNow differ from other ITSM platforms like BMC or Jira Service Management?"
A ServiceNow could be ServiceNow, you could say, all-in-one cloud platform for ITSM plus HR plus security operations, GRC, and more. So not just IT. So Jira and BMC are more reluctant towards ITSM through extendable. Like Jira is tightly integrated with software development, agile methodologies, whereas ServiceNow is more user friendly as well with respect to BMC and Jira. Because in ServiceNow we have self-service options, we have self-service portal for that, so it's modern and user-friendly UI.
That's good. That's good. I hope we have some more questions as well. Yeah, there is one question by Mr. Rizwan Khan, and he said, "What is the main problem ServiceNow is designed to solve? Is an enterprise environment." So basically, in an enterprise environment, so it's very excellent question. He basically wants to know what is the reason, because why this application is innovated.
So the goal basically is to have a single system of action for enterprise services, like
Hmm.
in terms of automating the manual processes that we are doing today. We want to automate the business processes. We want to get out of that headache of manual workflows. So for that, we need to digitize and automate the business processes across the enterprise. I can give you some common use case for that, like within ITSM, we can log incidents, we can resolve incidents, we can manage change requests and problems. In HR service delivery, we had automated employee onboarding. So we can, rather than having HR doing all those manual processes, requesting vendors to do this and that, we can automate the process. Whenever the resource is onboarded, the request goes to the vendor company, and they are
Yeah.
responsible for delivering the asset on time. And like even the acknowledgements can be received by the end users within a flow. We can configure a survey getting the acknowledgement that you have received the asset, either is that a correct asset or not. We can give the details and get the acknowledgement from that. So from that standpoint, I believe it is for automating the existing processes and getting out of manual workflows.
So it means you want to say that basically this platform is resolving the multiple problems, multiple category of the problems of the clients. Like maybe the problems related to HRSD, maybe it's related to operations, maybe it's related to their governance, their risk, the compliance, and even the inventory management, asset management. So this is a one platform for different kind of problems and their solution, right?
Exactly, definitely. It started with
That's
the ITSM, but now it
yeah,
powers workflows with across IT,
yeah.
HR, customer service, and more.
Yes, that's good. So next question is by Aaron, and he's saying that, where can I find free or official resources to learn ServiceNow effectively?
You can find resources at Now Learning. We have YouTube Chuck Tomas's developer tips as well. You can follow that.
Hmm.
You have developer portals. You can create your own personal developer instance to get some hands-on experience within the instance. And we have ServiceNow documentations, which is an official documentation which provides each and everything there.
And I will definitely add one thing from my side, that the free resources can be also, they can find on our TecMan Academy website as well. So
Definitely.
yes, there are a lot of certifications, courses, and different materials there, even the video courses. So that can also be utilized for knowledge understanding. Yes, there is another question by Kashan, and he's saying, what is the benefit of using Flow Designer over traditional server-side scripting? It's a bit technical question.
Yeah. So basically, Flow Designer over traditional server-side scripting.
Mm,
Yep. But Flow Designer had a lot of benefits. It's an upgrade safe. It's a low code
mhm,
tool, drag and drop. We can integrate with an external systems by just having drag and drop features through Integration Hub. It's
mm,
provide easy to understand workflows. We have steps properly defined there, and although that traditional server side script is basically error prone, and that is less maintainable as compared to Flow Designer.
mhm. That's good. That's good. It's a bit technical. So, one question by Talha, and he's asking, what certification should someone pursue to start a career in ServiceNow?
Perfect question. So,
Yeah.
starting within ServiceNow, we should have CSA, Certified System Admin, which is a foundation for all the roles. Then we can move to role-specific parts, like we have application developer for development. Then we have CIS in ITSM, HR, CSM. So that's a module specific, and we can use Now Learning for preparation, taking the practice exams to get comfortable
Yeah, and I think you said CIS, that is the Certified Implementation Specialist, and
implementation.
that is a category which is also having maybe another 15 certifications inside. So that's good. And you can also, again, I will say, you can find that information on our website as well of TechMan Academy. We have also designed the short courses for the certifications, and even we also provide certification as well. So, any question? I think there will be, let's see, because we still have some time. Yes, there is Mr. Jamil Sohail. He said that from the business perspective, yeah, do we have any tools that can enhance overall visibility to business operations or services for better incident triage?
For business perspective, do we have any tools like enhancing visibility to the business operations of service? For we can use self-service service portal can be used for the like tracking down the incidents you have opened up, and you can resolve. You can see the statuses of the incidents. You can see the statuses right away from there, and you can even pull up the incidents whatever you want to. Like you have an issue with the Zoom with your laptop, you can create an incident, and that could be assigned to the relevant team from just a single click. So we can have a
Mhm.
better visibility through that.
That's good. I think we are done with the questions. There are many other questions, but actually we need to take care of the time as well. So thank you once again, Hamza Naeem, and thank you, Adan Saqib John, for your, sharing an effective information and such a nice presentation as well. And at this stage, I will be also, thinking to share with you about the TechMan Academy. And let me share my screen for that purpose. Just hold a second. Mm, Just give me time. Present. I hope you can see now, right?
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, okay, good. So TechMan Academy, that is techman.academy. This is our basically initiative uh, to educate and share the knowledge with many students, many professionals who are basically looking towards this industry and this application specifically. So here you can find different courses here, which the courses are basically based on the outline of the ServiceNow itself, and these are the customized trainings and following the same parameters which ServiceNow is basically advertising, and uh, mm, basically this is basically the benchmark is the ServiceNow itself. And on this site basically you can log in here, you can sign up here, and then you can log in into the system. It will be asking a very basic information from you, and after that becoming a user you can look into the different courses and certification available here. And if I move to the certification page, you can find how a different certification um, you can achieve from this site, right? And also in the end of the page you can go to the contact us page, and here you can connect with us, connect at the rate of techman.academy, and also you can approach our experts for some advices which you need or any questions you have. So this is basically a good platform to utilize for your learning and for your even the professional career as well. So uh, let me go come back to the main again, and here, okay. So guys, thank you so much. This is basically this is our basically session today, service now. And this is about the introduction, and later on in the coming months in July, as I said, we have two session as well, and till October we are having around 6 to 7 sessions as well. So we'll definitely posting all these sessions on different channels, different social media streams, and you can find on, as I said earlier, you can find those effective sessions information on our YouTube and Facebook as well. So thank you so much for joining us, thank you so much for giving us time, and please give us your feedback. You can watch this session later on the YouTube as well, because it will be it's live streaming there, and it will be posted, it will be available there even for the viewers who want to see later on. And definitely subscribe us and give us your feedback and comments. Thank you so much again, and have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.